My name is Nancy Cave. I am the district manager of one of the Coastal Commission's district offices. I manage the North Central District, which is from Sonoma to San Mateo County. I have worked for the agency for 40 years. I started working for this agency in November of 1977. But before that, I came to California when I was 11 and moved to Huntington Beach and became aware of the Pacific Ocean at an early age through body surfing down at Huntington Beach. I went to college at University of California at Santa Barbara and quickly became aware of how fragile the coastline was because in 1969, my junior year in high school, there was an oil spill. So my freshman year at college, I coped with the oil spill aftermath of 1969. I was a freshman in 1971 and came home daily with oil on the bottom of my feet from being down at the beach. Did not put down a connection to California Coastal Commission, however. And in fact, it didn't exist at that time. So flash forward to 1977. By this time, I had graduated with a degree in French history, and I thought I would be a French history professor. However, there were no jobs in French history, so I was in a dilemma about what to do with my career, and my roommate worked for a regional coastal commission office that was based in Montecito. And she said, "We need somebody to run the Xerox machine. And you're a graduate student. If you take some classes, you can probably get a graduate student job through the commission." So that's how I started working for the commission. I ran one of their Xerox machines. One of my early accomplishments was shrinking the agenda on the miniature agendas you now get when you're at a commission meeting to save paper, because we were dealing with a paper strike at the time. So I started in 77. Little did I know I would do my whole career with this agency. Little did I know that my major, which was in history, would be very beneficial to my career. So I come at this career not as a scientist, but as someone who knew how to write and knew how to research and knew how to analyze and persuade. And the Coastal Commission has room for that type of person. I think some of my biggest accomplishments have been in the arena of social justice. I worked on the Jonathan Club case in the 80s, which opened up beach access to people at a private beach club that only catered to white males. Opened that up for all members of society to use. I worked in my most recent time, I've worked on a case up in Sonoma to ensure free access for people who cannot afford to get to the beach easily. So I think on these social justice issues, on these ensuring that everyone can get to the beach and use resources, folks like me who maybe don't come from a science background are especially suited to make these arguments and make them successfully. And that is my message to up-and-coming students, that you do not have to have a degree in oceanography to be successful at the commission.